shelter our help is nigh. Carest thou not that we perish? How canst thou lie asleep? When each moment's on that is threatening, or breaking the angry deep.
Hi guys. We have an opening hymn.
Whether the wrath of the storm tossed sea, or demons or men, or whatever it be, no waters can swallow the ship where lies the Master of ocean and earth and sky.
This is hymn 105.
May us shall sweetly obey thy will. Peace be still, peace be still. May us shall sweetly obey thy will. Peace, peace be still.
That was hymn number 105, which is Master, the Tempest is Raging. And my message today is going to focus on this set of scriptures, which is in Mark chapter 4, verses 37 through 41. And as we are talking about this today, I put a piece of artwork up on the Facebook page before, and I will have it here in just a minute as well, so that we can all see it. And then we're going to talk about what this artwork and that song, Master, the Tempest is Raging, can do for us today in a time of uncertainty and fear and turmoil and that. So I'm going to read this Mark chapter 4 from in the New Testament. I'll start on verse 36, and I'm just going to read it through, and if you want to, you can follow along. And when they had sent away the multitude, they took him even as he was in the ship. And there were also with him other little ships. And there arose a great storm of wind, and the waves beat into the ship so that it was now full. And he was in the hinder part of the ship, asleep on a pillow, and they awake him and say unto him, Master, carest thou not that we perish? And he arose and rebuked the wind, and said unto the sea, Peace, be still. And the wind ceased, and there was a great calm. And he said unto them, Why are ye so fearful? How is it that ye have no faith? And they feared exceedingly, and said one to another, What manner of man is this, that even the wind and the sea obey him? That is the scriptural backdrop for this picture. So I didn't figure out a better way to do this, so this is how we're going to do it. I am going to see if you guys can't see this well. All right, so this is an artwork by Rembrandt. Rembrandt van Rijn is his name. It was from 1633. Now in 1633, he had never before painted a seascape, and a lot of the other Dutch masters didn't think that he could. So he said, I will show you. So he picked a scriptural topic to paint on, and he painted this. Now, in this picture, I don't know if you were able to see it, you've got these guys over here. Now, these disciples over here are the ones that are dealing with the stuff that's happening, and I want you to see what they're doing. So you've got this guy here who's holding on as tight as he can, okay? You've got these guys that are trying to work the sail. The sail has come loose, and so they're trying to get it back together. But look at this guy. This guy here, he's like doing the best he can. He's not helping anybody right here. He is hanging on really tight and trying to keep the storm from assaulting him, and it's spraying all over him. Look at him, he's soaking wet. He's not getting out of this storm. He is stuck in it. And so when I asked you guys before to try to pick which sailor are you, so you've got to say, am I this guy over here who's trying to really handle things? I mean, he's set. Look at him, he's like even cross-legged. He is set. He's got himself anchored on the edge of the ship, and he's doing everything he can to get this sail tight. And these other guys are doing the same thing. They're not doing anything wrong. They are doing what they think that they have to do in order to make the situation better. So, I mean, I think I've been one of these guys recently. Over here at the beginning, like, okay, we can handle this. This is no big deal. We got this. We can take care of this. I don't know if I've been this guy yet. I say that because who knows what else is going to come down the road. So maybe some of you are this guy. Maybe some of you are over here, you've tried to get a grip on things, but the wind is clearly affecting you and the storm is trying to take you away. And maybe this is where you are. Look at how his hands are grabbing onto this sail. He is holding on with all of his might. And maybe that is you right now. But let's look over here. I think this part is kind of funny. So you've got Christ and he's in the back of the ship. And if you can... Sorry, hang on. Alexa, stop. Apparently I said her name. I don't know. We've got Jesus Christ, and he has been awoken from a nap. He's sitting down in the back of the ship. And around him are some other disciples. So let's look at who's sitting by him. We're assuming in the painting that this is Peter. He's got the tiller. He's holding it. He's doing the best he can, but look at he's still got strain in his hands. You can see the veins and stuff. So he's holding on, trying to keep a steady course. But when you really think about it, here's Christ. Look at his face. He's like, you guys, seriously, I got this. It's okay. Look at me. Look to me, and this is going to be okay. And he's got this light of Christ. He's illuminated where in this dark, dark side of the ship, you can see Jesus's face. He's got, Rembrandt's painted a halo around his face. And so, are you this guy? Are you the guys that are a little bit concerned, but you're begging him to please help, please help, please help? Maybe that's what these two disciples are doing. They're saying, I know you can do this. I'm reaching out to you. Please make things okay. Then, sorry, my favorite part is this guy. He's done. He's throwing up. He can't handle anymore. He's on Jesus' side. Good for you. But he's hurling over the side of this ship. Is this you today? Or is this you sometime this week? I'm sorry. If this is you, reach out to your ministering sister and tell them to help you out. Now, this is this guy. I feel bad for this guy. Okay, so let's just take another glance at this group here. We also have, and it's hard to see in the dark, we've got this guy over here. Now, he's praying. I'm sorry, the glare is probably bad for you guys. This guy is praying. He's still in the same part of the ship as Jesus is, so I think he's still got a lot of faith that this is going to work. So, maybe that's just what we can do right now, is that pouring out. He's pouring out right here. This guy is. And there's one more person. Okay, so right in the middle here, this is, I'm sorry. This guy is supposed to be Rembrandt himself. He painted himself in the picture. And we don't know what this guy's doing. This is an ostrich, basically. He's doing nothing. He's just sitting there in a stupor. And maybe that's us too sometimes. We're just like, I don't even know. I have no idea. So that's this guy. He's just staring off into blank space. But whether or not you're staring off into blank space, things are going to affect you. You've got to be ready for them, and he's clearly not ready for them. But anyway, so Rembrandt paints himself in the picture. And he's looking at us, his subjects, the people that he's painting this picture for. Almost like he's saying, okay, I've painted this for you, find yourself. So, it's almost like he's looking at us saying, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? But again, that is called Rembrandt's... I want to see what the name is called. Christ in the Storm on the Sea of Galilee. And it was painted in 1633. And actually this famous artwork was stolen in 1990. It was they stole 12 works of art from this museum. Isabella Gardner, I believe, is the name of the museum. And they got away with $500 million worth of art. And this has not been returned. The empty frame sits in the museum right now, waiting for this to be found. But since 1990, it hasn't been there. It's been taken away. So have you found yourself in that painting? So I think in the comments, what I'm hoping is one of you or more of you will say who you are and what you've done about the situation. So I don't think I'm in the panicky situation. I'm in the what am I supposed to do now situation. So I want to say that I'm on Jesus' side of the boat and that I'm looking to him. I want to say I'm one of those two disciples that are focused on him and on what he can do to help me calm the storms around us. Because remember what he says in verse 40. Why are ye so fearful? How is it that ye have no faith? And so, one other thought that I had about this, again, write in the comments what you have taken away from this piece of art. I used to do art docent when my kids were in elementary school. I knew nothing about art, and it would tell me the things to look for and to show. Now when I look at a work of art, I have a little bit more of an understanding of what I'm looking for, but I think it's cool to hear what other people see and find when they look at a piece of art. But then on a kind of a different subject here, one of the things that I've done is with my Disney Plus membership, I was watching old movies that I remember from when I was a kid. And I watched one the other day, which is one of my favorite movies of all time, and it's Pollyanna. And it just is such a good movie to watch at this time because it's so hopeful. And I think that's the word of the day, is hope. So what do you hope for? And what can you do to help that hope become reality? And I'm going to tell you right now that you have to do it in partnership with Jesus Christ. It's not going to happen without him. And so look to him as he calms your storm, and watch Pollyanna. It's such a good movie. And, it's talking about focusing on what is good around you. Look for what's good and you will find it. I was watching squirrels play keep away today while I ate my breakfast. It was kind of cool watching birds come to the bird feeder and just taking that time because I didn't have a pressure on me to go do this thing or that thing. But look for the good and you're going to find good. And I'll leave you with that. In the name of Jesus Christ, amen.